Hello, hello, friends, sales pros, solopreneurs, entrepreneurs, business builders. It is Becky Davidson, and I am super excited to have you in this page and interested in my Sales Accelerator Intensive. So I'm super excited to introduce you to myself and a little bit about this particular program. So if we have not had an opportunity to meet and talk, which if we haven't, I definitely would encourage you to book an appointment with me. But I've been in sales for 40 years. I started my sales journey at 19 years old in staffing. And that has been over 40 years of building businesses. I've built 9 businesses from scratch, and I've helped hundreds and hundreds of people build businesses and sell better and sell more confidently. And where I got the biggest crux of my sales training, of course, outside of 80,000 hours and B2B sales, was the time that I spent training myself through the Dale Carnegie sales course, which I took an in-person Dale Carnegie sales course years ago. And that's really what my training, Getting to Yes, the Roadmap to the Close, is modeled after because I was an okay salesperson before that. I mean, I always tell people, you've heard the saying, a blind squirrel can get a nut. Well, I was the blind squirrel. I didn't know a lot about sales. I didn't know anything about closing ratios or, handling objections, but I did know how to talk to people, and I just went out and talked to a bunch of people, and I took action, and if you do take action, you can close sales. But I knew there was a better way. I knew I could be better, and personally, I always want to improve. I want to always move the dial ever so slightly. So I did invest in myself years ago, and that was a game changer. I won cars and trips and became Rookie of the Year and Salesperson of the Year and got promoted to sales management positions, all because I invested in myself. And so I've always wanted to have my own sales training. And I've had it for about 2.5 years. And this program, I've literally helped hundreds and hundreds of people. Read some of the testimonies below. But what I do is I do one-on-one coaching, but my Sales Accelerator Intensive is a hybrid of group training, small group training, and one-on-one coaching. And why I love my Sales Accelerator Intensive, I launched it almost a year ago because I thought it would be fun to do group training, but I still like the one-on-one. So basically, in the Sales Accelerator Intensive, we do 6 weekly group trainings for 1.5 hours once a week for 6 weeks, small group, 8 people or less. And then I still want to do one-on-one, so I do 3 one-hour one-on-one sessions for each person because in the one-on-one, that's where we can customize and walk through and talk through some of the logistics of your business and help you on your specific needs. But what's cool about the group training is I do use my program, Getting to Yes, the Roadmap to the Close, which is my manual that I teach cold to sold sales strategy. So I teach how to do everything from starting the conversation, lead generation, prospecting, over 54 different ways to prospect and generate leads. I teach social selling, Facebook group growth training, LinkedIn training. I teach how to grow your audience, grow your engagement, grow your authority so people see you as an expert and want to do business with you, but how to connect with people and grow that audience, how to strike up a conversation, how to pique interest so people have interest in what you do, how to convert interest to an appointment, how to have packed calendars, how to have a lot of appointments on your books, and what to say on those calls, how to lead people to a decision, how to be a decision facilitator and how to close 1 to 5 sales every week on repeat. One of the biggest problems I see in most business builders and sales professionals is they are not closing sales consistently. And I have for 40 years been a consistent sales performer. And a lot of that was because I was expected to in a lot of the companies I worked at. They expected me to close sales every day, if not every week. And so I built that rhythm, I built that expectation in myself, and I built my pipeline to create that. And there's things that you can do to create one call closes to make sure your pipeline is full enough that you can close 1 to 5 sales a week. The reason why people are not closing 1 to 5 sales a week, it's because they don't have the proper expectations. They are not expecting to do it. They don't have the system, the know-how, the strategy to do it, and they're not managing the numbers and the actions, and they're not taking enough of the right activity to get the result that they need. So I simplify the sales process. Keep it simple sales strategy, how to take people from cold to sold, how to intercept objections before you get it, how to set a buying atmosphere so people are ready to buy, how to lower resistance and elevate buying desire. The whole sales conversation is about lowering resistance and elevating buying desire. And if you are not doing that, then you are getting to the end of your conversation. And guess what happens? They say, "Oh, that sounds great. I'll think about it. I'll let you know." And then what happens? They ghost you. They're gone. They're done. And so, how to have more decisions, how to get to the end of a conversation and have a yes, I'm ready to buy, a no, it's not for me, or next steps, and be real clear and concise on how to do that, how to lead people to those decisions. And so we have had some amazing, amazing success with my Sales Accelerator Intensive. It literally walks you through the whole process and to do it with confidence and to help you with the words and the language and how to do it. I don't call it a script because I don't want anyone to feel scripted, but it is a framework. It is gives you a roadmap to follow. And that's why I call it Getting to Yes, the roadmap to the close. And the thing that I love most about it is it's packed with value and it's crazy affordable. You are missing the boat if you are not taking advantage of the Sales Accelerator Intensive. It is super affordable. Plus, you get access to my LinkedIn training. You get access to my Facebook group growth training. You get access to my Slay on Social training. You get access to my magic words and power phrases. You get a private one on one interview with me where I'll promote you on my LinkedIn. You get access to my group that you can promote inside my group. I refer, I connect, I celebrate, I help people win. You get me, you get on demand coaching with me. I'm not going to pass you on to anyone else. It's you and I. We are going to win together. And the coolest part about doing these group is you get to network with other people. You get to learn with other people. And what I'm finding is a lot of times people end up supporting each other, doing business with each other, collaborating together. So you're going to build some business besties along the way in doing this. So if you are ready to accelerate, to have confidence, to have a program that works and to know how to do it. If you need to train people in sales, if you have a team you're building, you might want to take a course because there's nothing out there that is as affordable as this program. I don't want to make it unattainable. I want it to be attainable for everyone. So if you are not closing enough sales, if you're not closing at least one sale a week, connect with me. Your first session free, no cost, no obligation. Book your first one-on-one session with me for free. Let's talk. Let me help you. I will give you strategies on that first call, some how to's. You can ask me anything about sales. I just met with someone today and she was like, "Well, how would you do this? And what would you say on this?" You can pick my brain, test me out, but I would love to see you win on repeat every week. Thank you so much. I appreciate you and look forward to working with you. Have a great day.